Egypt, confusion there over the state of the former President Hosni Mubarak's health. The way it went down is his lawyer first said Mubarak was in a coma. Then that was denied by the director of the hospital in Sharm el Sheikh, where Mubarak has been treated and been held, if you like, since the revolution back in February. Live to Cairo now, Ayman Mohideen to fill us in on the latest. Is there any clarity at all, Ayman?
Well, the only clarity we really have are the two versions that you just outlined. What we've learned in the last few minutes actually from the deputy director of the hospital at Sharm el Sheikh, who has been one of the doctors treating Hosni Mubarak. He told Egyptian state television just a few minutes ago he visited with the former president in his room today. The president was awake. He spoke to him. He did describe that his blood pressure declined rapidly, but then immediately stabilized. So certainly that is the assessment of the doctors. Now, the version that caused a sense of panic, if you will, among many people and really triggered all of this was the lawyer, Fareed el Deeb, who attributed the story that President Mubarak had gone into a coma based on a phone conversation he had with the president's wife. And ultimately, that sent him to Sharm el Sheikh. But before he went to Sharm el Sheikh, or he is on his way, he did tell Al Jazeera that, in fact, the president had slipped into a coma. That has now been refuted by hospital officials in Sharm el Sheikh.
Here's the thing now, I mean, you just never know. There have been reports of cancer. We know he had an operation a year or so ago. He maybe had a stroke. All these different things that keep coming up, all pointing to the fact, from his lawyer's perspective certainly, that Hosni Mubarak's not fit to be standing trial.
Well, absolutely, and this is why this is such a politically sensitive issue on two fronts. One, when the president was in office, he was always reported to have very good health. Despite some minor operations, even in Germany, he was always rumored to be in very good health for his age in the early 80s. Now, though, since he's been out of office and hospitalized since April, there's been a great deal of sensitivity about whether his condition actually allows for him to be transported to a prison in Cairo. And that has been one of the demands of the protesters. They have been saying consistently that the military needs to transfer the former president to prison like other senior officials, and he needs to be tried swiftly. However, the argument that is being made by his lawyer is that he is not fit to be transferred. He is not fit to stand trial. And so certainly many think that the military is dragging its feet in trying to bring the former president to justice because he was a very decorated officer who for 30 years ruled the country and was the commander-in-chief. And some people interpret that as their reluctance to try their former president.
Ayman Mohideen, thank you for that update live from Cairo.